some basic questions. We were working like some back take stuff, and then we were gonna do basic inversions and back takes and basically how to marry them. So this is just your basic like berimbolo, which was hugely popular a few years ago and has since become kind of at a high level, at least it's kind of easy to counter, but it's still this movement still is very useful. It will lead you to crab rides and all sorts of other things that are still very effective even at the highest level. And you still have people that are using these all the highest levels. So I'm going to show your basic berimbolo, and then I'm also going to combine it with some of the other stuff that I really like, which is the lapel stuff that Keenan Cornelius does. So just with some of those like worm guard controls, all of this stuff, it's just like a supplement. It allows this stuff to be done even easier. Okay, so the easy way to show how to do this movement. Okay, first I'm just going to show where I'm going to be pushing off with this and extending here. So I try to like bait him to pull him forward. As he compensates back, I'm just going to push and extend. Okay, so half bill and basic De La Riva for now. We can go into lapel guard in a minute. I try to like, pull him and extend, which makes him like base a little bit. As soon as he does that, I keep this De La Riva hook really tight, which, if you just started doing it, you're gonna have torsions for a month or two until they get strong. If this pushes off, I sit him down. Okay? It's kind of hard to do slow, but as soon as his butt hits the ground is when I start my inversion. This foot that's trapped on his inside thigh is gonna come across his hip, and my other foot is gonna come over top in this line fashion here, and I'm gonna hug him close to me here. I keep control of his collar and his heel at first, and I'm gonna come and start my inversion. Okay? Once I have my inversion started, this hand can control the leg, but I like either the foot or the hip. I like to control the hip up here. Then I'm gonna use this foot, and I'm gonna get to how we can transition different grips with that later. But the first one, I'm just gonna use this thigh and this hand to steer him down towards my feet. So as I do that, I'm gonna sit my hips out so I don't get trapped under him. So there's no need to cooperate with front foot or anything. I steer him down this way. As I steer him down, this leg is already the first hook. This leg helps me scoop my hips out just a little bit. I complete my back take position, and I have a back. So again, a little bit quicker. I'm here. We can do the same move now with our lapel worm guard, right? And this is all done once you get like, it's good to practice that first movement. It's also good to practice getting yourself into the basic worm guard positions. But once you practice all of those things separately, you can throw them all together and you can try to flow with them all at once. So as you're going over here, I can catch, this foot can catch a little tilt sweep. As soon as he hits, you're going over. This hand, I like to come up and grab behind the neck. This is one of the best grips. Shift your hips out, and then consolidate the position. Okay. So one more time at decent speed, and then I'll just show the variation of the legs, which we'll get into more later. Here. Tilt sweep, invert, control, grab the back. And that's your basic back take berimbolo with a worm guard De La Riva. Okay? One little detail. There's like 3 main ways that you can control the leg with your leg. And it's better to just do it the way that I did it to learn it first, but you have the least control, and a lot of times you'll end up just coming up on top as a sweep as opposed to keeping the back. You'll have better control the more you can switch your control to the other leg, right? So if we get them down here, this is hard to show slow, but this is gonna start feeding here. So we have the first grip where I'm using this thigh and this hand to get them down. We have the second one where I'm using this foot my heel and my, like the bottom of my foot on his calf, and I'm hooking over here. Okay? And I'm using the same grip up here. And then finally, we have that full lockdown, position here, where this foot hooks all the way over. Okay? I've gotten a little bit behind here now, but you get into this, ends up getting into these positions then, where you can start coming into your banana split, your twister, okay, or just take the back. If you don't do that, you're more likely to just come up into this side position, which is totally fine too.